You might have heard of comments in Microsoft Word, but do you know you can actually track these and any other changes right in Microsoft Word? Hello, I'm John. Welcome to this Microsoft Word tutorial where I show you how to track changes in your Microsoft Word documents. First things first, what is the Tracking Changes tool? This is a tool in Microsoft Word that allows you to show any markups, changes, comments made in a document. Why should you use tracking changes in your documents? There are two reasons you might want to consider to use tracking changes tool in Microsoft Word. One being that it helps one to stay on top of any edits made to a document. It becomes useful whenever you are sharing documents with colleagues because it allows you to see exactly what changes were made to the document and by whom. Two, it gives you more power to either accept or reject changes made in a document. And to have this tool work its magic, the first thing that you have to do is to enable it or turn it on in Microsoft Word, as it is usually turned off by default. So to turn this tool on, just head on to the Review tab, and then you're going to find Tracking Changes under the Tracking group. Just click the drop down next to that and hit on the first option, Track Changes. So by just clicking that, you'll have enabled the Track Changes in Microsoft Word. And now any change that we are going to do in this document will be tracked. So say for example, I just come and add a text here, like in 2020. So you'll notice that now that change is displayed in line with the sentence where the change has been made. I can also come here and say, for example, I add a comment. So I can just come on top here, I say new comment, and then maybe I can come and say use 2.0 paragraph spacing. So I'll have added a comment there, and you notice now the comment has also been tracked. I can also, for instance, just come and delete a certain sentence here. Say for example, this is not needed. So I can just come and say, for example, delete that. So what will happen is that contrary to what we know, when you delete something, it will get away. This one now will be striked through, so that now if the main author of this document agrees with you that this sentence should not be here, he or she will just accept the change, and now the text or the sentence will disappear. The interesting thing about this tool is that it gives you the power to choose how the changes that you have made in your document will be displayed. And these changes or these options, you're going to find them under the tracking group in this area here. So when you click this drop down, you're going to see the various options that you can use to display your changes. And the first one is the simple markup. So this one will now have the changes in line with the text. So just next to where the changes, you're going to have a red line just next to that. And if it is any deleted word, it will also be shown with a red line like that. So this is what we call showing the changes in line. So the next option that you can have, and it is the default, is showing the balloons. So you'll have, like, if it is the comments added in your document, they will be appearing like this. If it is any formatting that has been done into the document, then it will be appearing like this. If it is any new word that you have inserted, then that word will appear like this. And if it is any word that you will have deleted, then that word will be appearing like this. But you don't have to just come here and switch from simple markup to all markup, so that you can maybe show or hide the balloons. You notice that just at the edge here we have these lines here, and if I just come and click that line, I can be able to switch from the balloons to the inline display. So from the balloon to the inline display. So that can also be done simply from this option here. So it's upon you to choose which option that you might want to use, maybe while you want to switch from inline to balloon. Then the other option that you have is to say no markup. So the tracking changes are still there, but you have like temporarily hidden you have temporarily hidden the changes. You can also like have the document in its original form, so you won't be able to see those various comments there. And that now brings us to the next tool or the next thing that these tools provides, and that is the reviewing pane. So just under the tracking group here, you're going to find the reviewing pane, and the reviewing pane can quickly ensure that all track changes have been removed from the document. The reviewing pane displays the exact number of tracked changes and comments that remain in your document. In addition, it allows you to read long comments that do not fit in a comment bubble. So you find that when I just come and click this reviewing pane, I can choose whether I want a vertical pane or a horizontal pane. Let me just go with a vertical, and you're going to see the changes in my document appearing in this vertical pane here. So even if I have hidden the changes, they're still there, only that they're not being displayed in my document. But still I can be able to see them from the reviewing pane here. Note better that reviewing pane is not the best tool for making changes to your document. So you just better use the light procedures, as I'll be showing you in the course of this video. Alright, so having said that, then we can now move on to the next option, and that is now accepting or rejecting the changes made in your document. So this is the best thing that this tool has to offer, that you have the power to accept or reject the changes made in your document. And there are several ways one can use while accepting or rejecting changes in a document. And one of it is review each tracked changes in sequence, or accept or reject a single change, and that accept all changes at the same time. So I'll be taking you through the three ways that you can use to accept and reject changes in a document. But first of all, I would want to show the markups, so that I can be able to see how I'm changing I'm accepting the changes. So one of the things that I maybe want to do is to accept this change here. So let's start with the first option, review each track changes in sequence. Review each track change in sequence. So this now will help you to view or to accept the changes in a sequence, so starting from the first going through to the last. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can go about this using my example document here. So the first change that I want to work on and accept is this change here. So I want to accept this change. So what I'll do is that I'll just go to the changes group. Here I'll see the accept. I'll click the drop down, and here I'll find the accept and move to next. So I'll just come and click that. So that now will mean that that change will be accepted, and it is now like the other text. And you'll also notice that the line that was in line with that text here has disappeared. So that's how you can review each track change in sequence. So if I just now come and say accept and move to the next, then it will just move me to the next change. The other way that I can use to accept or reject changes in my document is the accepting or rejecting a single change. So with that, I need to put my cursor where the specific change is, and then depending on whether I want to accept or reject the change, I'll come and click either of the option. For my case, I want to reject this, so I'm just going to come and click the drop down, and I'll find reject change. So this will just reject the change from where the cursor is. So when I just click that, you'll see now that the strike through will be are removed. So remember that if I accepted the change, it will have now deleted that word completely. But now, because I've rejected the deletion of this sentence, that's why it has just removed the strike through from that specific sentence. So the last option that you can choose to use is accept all the changes at the same time. So in this case, maybe you'll have gone through the reviewing pane and reviewed all the changes that have been made in your document, and say now you agree with all of them. In that case, now you just come and click the accept, and then you just come and say accept all changes, then come and click accept all changes. But if, let's say for example, in rare circumstances you reject all the changes made in your document, you'll just come and click the reject, the drop down next to the reject option, and then you just come and say reject all the changes. So you'll now notice that if I come and say, for example, accept all the changes, I'm now going to say that it has actually accepted some, but one is yet to be removed, because this is a comment. This is a comment in the document, and for this one, maybe I need to come and delete it from this option here, so it will now be removed. You also find that if you no longer want to continue tracking changes in your document, you can just come and click the drop down just here, and then just click this option. So when you just click it again, that will now mean that you are no longer tracking any changes in your document. You'll also notice that if tracking changes is enabled, this tracking option will be in gray color. But if you're not tracking anything in your document, then the option will be in its normal state. You can also be able to turn off the tracking changes while you're accepting or rejecting changes in your document. So when you click, say for example, the accept change, you're going to see that below here we have accept all changes and stop tracking. So this is also another way that you can use to stop tracking in your document. That's it for this video. Please leave a comment below so I can create content that's accurately valuable and helpful. Thanks. Consider subscribing if you like my content. Thank you for watching my video up to the end.